Well, hello, Morenci. So, today we're going to be looking at a few things you can build for your dog. And let's go ahead and use the big thick pen for this. Dog agility obstacles. And yeah, some of those are probably misspelled. But all the same, we are going to be building dog agility obstacles in today's sketches. So basically, I have a border collie. And border collies are known for herding sheep and agility, and they are devilishly intelligent. So, I want to give my dog something to do, some tricks to do to sort of burn off some of that energy and to sort of challenge her mentally. So, to do this, we're going to start training her how to do jumps. So, in order to do a jump, we're basically talking a hurdle. And I want to run this in my hallway in my house because it's a nice controlled space and I can get her to run up and down the hallway very easily just by throwing a toy. So if I have a hurdle, then the dog has to jump over the hurdle. And I want to make this sort of cheaply. So a couple of ideas jump to mind. We could do a sort of something similar to this right off the bat with some PVC pipe. So let's go ahead and draw what that would look like. So we've got a couple of elbows. Ooh, this is sort of nasty looking. And I really like drawing out things like this piping diagram here, because when it comes to buying materials, you don't want to buy more pipe and fittings than you actually need. It has two problems. First off, you're wasting money doing it, and then you're left with all these spare parts. And yeah, piping isn't exactly a useless thing to have laying around the house, but unless you're one of these people who's going out and gardening constantly or lives in a place where the pipes are going to burst every few days, you don't need it. So doing something like this and just being able to count, okay, I have 1 T. Let me try this again. 1 T, 2 T, or elbow, these are elbows. These are T's. I want to say this whole thing is going to be 3 feet in a width. And these are probably just little 6-inch risers. So I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need 6 6-inch risers, 1 3-foot pipe, 2 T's, and 2 elbows. So by drawing the actual fittings, I was able to figure out how many of each item I needed. So this would work for a jump. Let's go ahead and look at a few other things we could do. If we varied the height, this could also be a pass under. So if we were doing a pass under, this is for jump. If we're going to do a pass under, something that the dog would have to crawl under, we would need 4 6-inch risers. 2, I'm going to say 18-inch or a 16-inch. 2 T's, and 2 elbows. And again, by drawing this out, I was able to figure out sort of what I needed here. And you know what? This is all 3/4 inch pipe. All right, so we've got that. Now let's take a look at some of the other things we can do. We could do a seesaw. So with a seesaw, you want the dog to be able to walk up the board here. So the dog walks onto our board here. And then at about this point, the seesaw tips over, and the dog has to be able to balance here. So let's go and draw our dog here. Ooh, that's not what the dog looks like, but it'll work for here. So the dog is going to sit, it's going to walk up this thing, it's going to tip over, and if the dog is good, they don't flinch when this thing hits the floor. So we're going to need another one of these structures, only this time we'll make it out of steel pipe instead, something a little bit stronger, something that'll be able to handle the motion and the impacts of our structure, not just be something that the dog can pass under or over. It needs to be a little bit stronger. So it'll be the same general idea. In fact, I'm not entirely sure I need to draw this, but we're going to do it anyway. Definitely going to want to have a couple of good long supports out here to sort of distribute the load and counteract the torques of our seesaw. And yeah, it's going to be a free-floating board that's going to be able to pivot on this point, but this structure will still see a fair amount of torques due to just friction, so it's going to be a concern. So that's our support, and we could probably make the first one just using this list here. But we're also going to need a board, so let's go ahead and draw this from the side. And our board is going to be probably a 2x6, honestly, or maybe a 2x10. Okay. And it's going to have a couple of cleats right here, and these cleats are going to sit on over the pipe. So let's go ahead and just draw how that's going to operate. So we have board. I've already labeled that. Probably 1x1 or 2x2, 2x2. 2x2 cleats. And it's going to pivot on this point, so this will be in the midpoint of our things. Midpoint. All right. So we've developed a teeter-totter. A teeter-totter and a pass under and a jump. And they're all basically using this idea here. We're just modifying things slightly. I could probably honestly just make the jump out of 3/4 inch steel pipe and use it as both. And I think that's what I'll end up doing. So this will be steel. And this can be PVC. So I think I've got it here. We might come up with a few more of these. This is sort of an interesting idea, a fun idea, if you happen to have a dog. So this has been Dog Agility Obstacles. If you like what I'm doing, of course, go ahead and watch and like and subscribe over here. Watch other videos in this channel area. Of course, my name is Mr. Hilpert, and if you leave comments in the sections below, I'll go ahead and maybe drop a few of your ideas. So go ahead and do that, and of course, I hope you have a great day.